it was Chrissy Teigen who said on Twitter, it's insane what our fears are if we lose. I'm guessing she's talking about people on the left compared to their fears, conservatives, if Biden wins. Like we will prob all die or be handmaids, and they're worried about bathroom safety. Now, Chrissy Teigen, I came to your defense when people were, I think, very viciously and cruelly calling you out for taking pictures when you lost your sweet, precious child. And I am still so sad and sorry about that. I prayed for you during that time, and I didn't think that anyone had the right to be criticizing you during that time and your personal decision to post pictures, which I thought, I had nothing wrong with that decision. So, I'm not saying this out of hatefulness, but this statement that you made is so perfectly indicative of why the left isn't more popular. Like why the Democrats, even if they win the presidency, why they don't have these landslide victories that they assume that they're going to have. Like they assumed that they were going to have in 2016, in 2018, like they assumed that they were going to have this year. They just don't. And the reason why that is because you guys do not understand or make any effort to understand why we vote the way that we do. Maybe it's because we don't like socialism. Like maybe it's because we actually believe in free speech and in the First Amendment, the Electoral College, and the impartiality of the Supreme Court. Maybe we don't want socialism. So Meghan McCain, I think, explains this really well. She says this in a tweet: normalizing socialism, mostly peaceful protesting, cancel culture, insane tax rates, arrogant identity politics, apologizing for loving America and patriotism, and overall coastal elitism about Christianity and anyone making under $100K a year. There, I explained it, Democrats. And she is replying to a tweet that talks about that Tuesday was a failure for Democrats, a tweet that I will read in just a second from someone that works at Politico. But she's absolutely right. And Democrats, people on the left, especially the celebrity left, because they are so insulated from reality, they don't understand why people possibly could think differently, why people who make less than $100K a year actually want an economy that provides them with some kind of opportunity and freedom. They don't understand that in the slightest. They're like, why don't you just care about my transgender bills like I do? Because it doesn't affect people's life the way that you think that it should. So normalizing socialism, absolutely true. And you can say that's fear-mongering, that's propaganda. It's not. They have Democratic Socialists in the party that almost won the Democratic nomination that worked on Joe Biden's Unity Task Force. They are self-described socialists. I mean, you've got a self-described Marxist organization supporting the Democratic Party supporting them. And so it is totally normal for people who have fled socialism, for people who have read about socialism, to be scared of socialism coming to America via the Democratic Party. That is totally rational, based on the things that they have said and the things that they have promised. And again, Kamala Harris coming out and saying, oh, we need equality of outcome. Yeah, that's communism. That's what every communist dictator has said for the past 100 years. And so people are worried about socialism. Normalizing socialism is going to push people away. Mostly peaceful protesting. She's referring to the media saying that, oh yeah, Kenosha might be burning down, Minneapolis might be burning to the ground, people might be looting and rioting, and little kids and elderly people and vulnerable women and children in these areas, poor women and children in these areas are put at a lot of risk, but it's probably fine. And you know what? Riots are the voice of the unheard. It's probably okay, but it's mostly peaceful anyway. Anyone with eyes watches that and is like, I don't want that to come to my I don't want that to come to my county, my city, my neighborhood. Meanwhile, they're talking about Joe Biden is talking about taking away my guns, making it harder for me to get guns and defunding the police. That doesn't sound safe. That's why you're not getting more people. Yeah, that actually scares people, Chrissy Teigen, who don't have private security and don't live in a gated community within a gated home. Like, yeah, that affects people's life.